Welcome to the art and science of difficult conversations. I'm Chris.
And I'm Lucie, and we love having difficult conversations.
That's right. And each week we'll either share a tip, hear how others have gotten better at difficult conversations, or demonstrate common difficult conversations and what to do and what not to do.
Let's get into it.
Have you ever shared something in confidence only to find out it became public knowledge within your circle, leaving you feeling exposed, hurt, and betrayed? Today with Chris, we roleplay a situation where Chris shared with someone else something about me that I shared with him in confidence. I learned about it and I was really hurt. In the first scenario, you will hear how I addressed the situation in a way that leaves both of us upset and leads to a possible end of our friendship. In the other scenario, you will hear an alternate way how to address situations like this that may pave the way for both of us feeling a little bit better and perhaps even taking first steps towards repairing the friendship moving forward. So see what you can apply from what you hear in your personal conversations when someone breaches your trust and emotional boundaries. Let's get started.
All right. So this is the bad one, how you should not be confronting me or talking to me about this.
Okay. So the bad one. Wow, I'm really upset. Chris, can I talk with you for a moment?
Yeah, what's up, Lucie?
Like I have to really tell you something. I cannot believe. I know we work together and we are friends. And when we went to the barbecue the other Saturday, and I shared something in confidence, my relationship issues that I have, and Karen from accounting knows about it. How is it possible? And she said that you told her. It seems like the whole department now knows about my relationship issues. It's like, I cannot believe you did that to me. I feel so betrayed.
First of all, you don't have any proof that I said anything to anybody.
They told me you said it. So, I think I cannot be friends with you anymore. I'm done. Sorry.
Who are you gonna believe? Wait,
I think
Lucie,
I'm out.
Lucie, we've been friends for a long time. Who are you gonna believe? Me or these other jokers?
So how else they could have found out? And they said literally that you were talking about it during a lunch break the other day.
I don't know. How am I supposed to know?
I don't know. Chris, that's really hurtful. Now everybody knows about it. Everybody talks behind my back about it. It's horrible.
Come on. You know me. I wouldn't do that to you.
No, I really don't know anymore whom to trust. So I think let's take a break from our friendship. Let's just not do anything.
You're just being sensitive.
Okay. Yeah.
You're just being overly sensitive about this. You know?
Wow. Yeah. Chris, just wanted to let you know, let's not do any more barbecues in the near future. I'm done.
Fine.
Okay, I'll talk to you later. Whatever. Bye. I want to say some mean word, but I filter myself here, so
that's okay. That's okay. Well, that went something. that was something. You really tapped into that anger.
I did. I tried to channel it.
Yeah.
And the hurt.
Yeah, it was. You came in so hot. I only really had one choice, which was to deny everything.
So what are the lessons to be learned from this one? What didn't work? So what I'm hearing is I came to you in already emotionally irritated, upset, hurt state. I didn't take a break. I didn't take a pause to reflect and to calm down. But I went there fully on hurt, upset, annoyed, angry.
And I could feel it, even though that we were just doing this as a demonstration, I could feel myself getting defensive, wait. And I just automatically reverted to, I'm going to deny everything. Nope, not me. It wasn't me.
So it sounds like my anger kind of creating the survival reaction for you, like the brain, right? We have different survival instinct reactions. It's like the fight, flight, freeze, please. Yep. So yours was would it be fight or like flight? It's like no, not my fault, not my fault.
Yeah, it was definitely
I didn't do anything.
Flight, just trying to. No, it wasn't me trying to avoid responsibility. Yeah. Yeah, that definitely. Yeah, I think that's because you're in that fight mode. You're like ready to, and that only puts me at heightens my emotions too with and energy levels. So for sure, I was definitely in that survival mode.
So the lesson here, if we go into a meeting and any difficult conversation with that energy of be it aggression, anger, frustration, huge hurt, without really calming down first, then it already puts the other person into that other mode, be it fight, flight, whatever is natural for them to go into in these situations.
That's right.
And then we actually cannot have a conversation that will be productive.
Yeah.
So how did it end? I was basically upset and left upset and even more hurt. I was like, I'm done. This relationship is over. Our friendship is over. I don't want to see you anymore. And how was it for you? You're like, probably didn't feel good either.
No, it didn't. You know what's interesting is that generally we'll tell people, calm yourself down, do mindfulness or do whatever exercises, go talk to a trusted friend. What do you do when you're the person you would normally talk to is the person that did the harm to you?
Oh yeah, that's
you got to find somebody else to talk to, find somebody else that you trust to vent to, right? But like if your goal was just to vent and yell at me, then you did it, but it didn't solve the problem.
We still have the problem, exactly. So sounds like there's additional already strategy kind of being created of what to do instead. So should we go into the better mode?
Let's see it. Let's see it work play out.
All right. So let me calm down first.
Please don't yell at me.
Hey, Chris.
Hey, what's up, Lucie?
I have something I wanted to ask you about.
Sure.
Do you have like 10 minutes?
Yeah. What's up?
Should we grab, coffee or tea? I think that's going to help me calm down. I'm a little bit nervous.
Yeah. You don't have to be nervous. You don't have to be nervous. We're friends. What's up?
Thank you, Chris. Appreciate it. Let me have a sip of water. I think I need to calm myself down.
Oh no. Should I be worried?
Don't worry. It's something So Karen from accounting somehow knows that I'm having relationship issues. And, she mentioned your name. And I know we've been friends for years, not just coworkers. And it really doesn't sound like you. But that's why I wanted to have this conversation because I shared it with you in confidence and it makes me really uncomfortable when other people know about it. Because anytime somebody mentions it, asks about it, it really brings the pain up for me. So I cannot even take a break at work from my relationship, personal issues. So it really made it challenging this week for me. I feel like I'm in constant reminder of my personal troubles and I cannot take a break. It's really exhausting for me and painful.
Yeah. Listen, I feel bad that you're having to talk about this. Part of me I'm still wondering, is she sure that it was me that told her? I feel bad. I know you're struggling through this stuff. I don't want you to be struggling through it. It's tough. But is she sure that I told her this?
Well, she said that during the lunch break, you guys have a conversation, and then Karen, she tells everybody else. So Now the whole department knows about my relationship issues. So I wanted to make sure, if you said something, it escaped you. I guess it happens, but it's really, makes me trust you less, because then I feel I cannot share these things with you. So I don't know how to move forward with this.
Oh, man, Karen. So I'll blame Karen, even though, because you're right. You're right. I did talk about it at lunch with her, just because she was kind of wondering how you've been doing, because she was noticing that you weren't doing well. I didn't know she would, and I didn't say a lot of details, but I didn't know that she would start telling everybody else. Oh, I feel terrible.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That's that's messed up. That's messed up that Karen did that.
And also, I know she came from, I guess, a caring spot. But sometimes she cares too much about other people's business and talks about it and has it as an entertainment.
So. Yeah, I guess so.
So I don't want to be like the entertainment in the office, especially when it's something that's actually hurtful to me to hear and talk about. And I really wanted to address, also that you shared it, that it's not up to Karen. We know how Karen is, but it's also the fact you actually shared it, and I know it. So I'm curious, what had you share it?
All I had said was just that you were going through some relationship stuff, and it was just weighing on you, so that's why you were just seeming out of sorts. So I didn't tell any details.
Okay.
But obviously that's enough, I guess. Yeah, I didn't realize that.
I see.
Yeah, I totally didn't realize that she would just start telling everybody else what was going on.
I guess she's really happy about it. Or I don't know what she's getting out of it, but
I don't know.
Maybe she needs a distraction from her own drama, so she's happy somebody else has some problems.
I don't know. Yeah, so I don't know. I'm sorry though. I don't know.
Thank you, Chris.
Is there anything I can do to make it up to you?
No, I guess. Well, thank you for not sharing any more details, because I was already imagining the worst case scenario of like she knows everything. But it's we all go through it. I think I just need to come to peace with people knowing about it. And well, Jennifer actually was really sweet and supportive, so there's something good coming out of this.
Yeah.
And she shared about her problems too, and so we actually bonded and connected.
Oh,
she seems like a nice person, so
yeah,
there's
nice.
I guess I can find the good in this.
Do you want me to talk to Karen and get her to stop talking about this?
I don't know, but thank you for offering. Maybe I'll go and talk to her. Since it's,
you sure?
Yeah. And if I need like additional support, that both of us could go there. But okay. I think I should be fine. Thank you so much, Chris. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate you.
Again, I'm sorry. That's my fault. My bad.
Thank you. I should have also talked to her, because I was kind of off and I couldn't focus at work. So it was really definitely impacting my performance at work also. So, I wish she asked me first instead of asking others.
Yeah. Well, maybe she needs to get better at difficult conversations.
Maybe, this is my opportunity to practice difficult conversation with her.
For sure.
And actually ask her next time. And also for me, being proactive and sharing, I know I've not been able to focus. I have something personal going on and I'm working on it, and kind of have my own conversations there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anything else you think I should do here? I know you're a trusted friend. I usually come to you with these type of issues. So it was
No,
kind of challenging for me to come to you about this.
I know. I feel bad about that. Yeah, I don't know. I also have to make it up to you somehow over time.
Well, you can treat me for this coffee.
I guess so. Yeah, it's not me.
Thanks, Chris.
All right.
Alrighty. I'll talk to you soon.
Talk to you. All right. Well, that was better.
That was better.
You got me to stop lying eventually.
So I was still a little bit upset and hurt, but I did some things to calm myself down. I got some water.
Yes.
And it didn't come as an attack, hopefully as much as a head-on attack and upset.
Yes.
So what would you say helped you, supported you to actually tell the truth?
I think it was you set the stage, first of all. So I didn't, I still don't want to admit that I did something wrong. Right? Not many people want to admit that.
Yeah.
So it's easy for me, but it was because you set such a calmer emotional tone throughout from the beginning. It was hard for me to get amped up and say, no, it definitely wasn't me, even though some people will. It was hard for me to get amped up and just keep lying about it. And then you just focus on the impact on you. You focused on it's just hurtful. It talks about this and that and this and that. And at some point I have no choice but to feel bad because you're so hurt. And we're friends, so the context is we're friends, right? So I do care about you. It would be different if I was just a random coworker. Then you'd have to play the conversation differently. But because we're friends, you can use that previous relationship to your advantage.
So what I'm hearing is one, really my calm state. So in the previous scenario, my upset state kind of impacted you and created a similar reaction in a way, the fight and flight reaction. In this new scenario, in the other one, my calmness kind of also calmed you down. So you were feeling more safe to actually admit, yes, I did say that.
Yeah.
Without the fear that I'm going to go after you and hurt you.
Right. I think that's a good point. Yes, I did lie at first because I was afraid of I'm afraid of the consequences.
Yeah.
And you had to demonstrate a little bit more and more that you were going to stay calm and you're not going to immediately attack me, but you just want to figure out what happened.
So I think that's additional distinction. In the first scenario, I basically accused you and I didn't even want to hear anything else. I already judged you and sentenced you for committing the crime.
Yeah.
In the second scenario, it was more for, instead of a judgment place, coming from asking question, what happened? This is the fact. I heard this from Karen and somebody else. Everybody knows. And they said, you said it. So what is it for you? What happened?
Yeah.
I want to know. And this is the impact on me that it had. And I'm also hearing, because we were friends, not just coworkers, that me sharing more about my emotions and the impact actually also impacted you because you care.
Yes. Yeah. What about from your perspective? What did you intentionally try to do differently the second time around?
To stay calmer, to even take the sip of water. I think that also usually helps me when I have some liquid around, even just holding it. That's actually what comes our kind of when we do the emotional regulation. It's not through thinking, really, it's really through our senses. So even just holding a glass of water, feeling it, the temperature, the coldness, or even just taking a sip can help us calm down a little bit. So that could be a strategy when we go into the meeting, just having something in paper or writing it down, the points on actually a piece of paper. So me just having the sip of water helped me calm down. So it was something intentional so I don't get into that upset state. And then really trying to, instead of going and accusing you, looking that as like not a Sherlock Holmes, more with a curiosity and open mind. Like, I don't want to here punish you. I want to know what happened, and let's figure it out together how to move forward. And I believe in one point I said, I don't know how to move forward. Like, this really hurt me. Like, can we figure out like what to do next? And I think you started brainstorming some solutions of like, and ask actually, how can I make up for it? How can I make it better? What can I do? I'm really sorry. So you actually owned up to that. You realized the impact, and even just doing that kind of helped me also feel better and a little bit more supported. And you offered your support.
You're right. That was a powerful line, I thought, when I heard it, because it put the onus away from me waiting for you to say something to now we have to think about this together. So I think that was a great shift. That it was like, it's not like explicit. You're not saying now we have to think about this together. It's just a subtle way of inviting me to be part of the process.
And I think you did a wonderful job. Thank
you.
What
was in your mind, what was your plan to address or think about how to get around my continued denial of any, like I kept saying, it was all Karen. All right, maybe I said a little something, but it was all Karen. It was all Karen. I was clearly deflecting. What were you thinking about in terms of how you were going to approach that?
Yeah, I felt the deflection and it didn't sit well with me. So I said, well, unless we actually agree this happened and you take responsibility, I don't think I can trust you anymore with this. Because whatever I say, you are going to always blame somebody else for it.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to remember what I said. So I believe this is Karen, but you still said that. I think I tried to make it say, it can happen. We all do that. I think you're asking what was my intention with that. I felt, I really wanted to, I think I asked you a question. What happened for you that you actually shared it? Something similar, didn't I?
So, yeah, you tried to give me an out. You said, is it possible you said it like during lunch?
And you actually did say, yes, I said it's something generic.
Yeah, to give me an out. I think that's important the entire time. I think you continue this theme of you didn't try to guess why I did something. You didn't try to guess that like you were trying to hurt me or I was trying to hurt you or I was trying to, I don't know, I just wanted to share gossip. You didn't care about that. You were just focusing on this is the impact of the behavior, which I think is really important because we can't guess what somebody's intent was. And it almost doesn't really matter. The fact is it still hurt you, regardless of whether my intent was to help you. Like I was trying to provide context to why your work is suffering, or I was trying to be hurtful. It doesn't really matter. The point is the behavior was hurtful. So that's what we need to focus on.
And, another thing comes to mind, like assumptions. I try to put all the assumptions about, like in the first scenario, I already made assumption, judgment, sentenced. You are horrible as a friend. You betrayed my trust, completely gossiped about me. I'm done. I don't want these friends like this, right?
Yeah.
In the second scenario, I even mentioned, we've been friends for years, so it doesn't sound like you. So I kind of remembered all the good things. Is that like in a character of Chris, that he would be gossiping and being mean and try to hurt me. So I said, but yet I'm still hurt. So these are the facts. This is the impact on me. Now, what was happening for you that it happened? So kind of coming from curiosity versus the judgment. And giving you space actually to share versus me attacking you. And giving you a space actually to share how it was for you.
That's right.
In a way, not respecting you in that first scenario. I didn't give you the voice to even share how things were for you.
Yeah.
Anything else?
I think that was great. So yeah, I think that was it. I don't have any other thoughts because I think that covers everything.
Oh yeah, and then really the looking at how do we calm down ourselves first. I think one more possibility could be when I come really angry at you. And then what would be some ways you could calm yourself down? Would that be even possible within that same moment?
I mean, that would require me to be really emotionally intelligent.
The Jedi Master.
Right? I'd have to be like, whoa, Lucie, you're upset. Let's relax. Let's think about this. Let's calm down. What's going on here? And I think there's an element also of, how does somebody receive that negative feedback or that critical feedback, or respond to that, right? It's because it's natural. Like, no matter what you say, I'm always going to feel on the defensive. It's just how strong that defense comes up.
Yes. Yeah.
But I'm always going to feel on the defensive. And so it's a matter of also, how do I better manage my own emotions so that I can hear what the feedback is or what the accusations in this situation are.
Yeah.
And doing some reflecting. Is it true? Is it not true?
So what I'm hearing in all the communications, there's always two sides, and both
That's
people,
right.
the more they manage their emotions, the better they can remain calm, both of them, doing their own emotional regulation, the better the conversational outcome actually can be.
Right. I whenever I do trainings or coaching, people always ask, what if the other person isn't following these rules? We have to assume they're not. We have to assume the other person doesn't know any of these strategies of how to hold a difficult conversation. Otherwise, it wouldn't be difficult. It would be a very quick conversation, like, hey, I noticed you did this. Yeah, you're right. Actually, I know I messed up. Sorry about that. Like, it'd be very easy. All conversations would be an easy resolution if everybody understood
Was
all this
calm,
stuff.
understanding, kind, never assumed the worst.
Exactly. Everybody, everything would be resolved in, a 5-minute conversation.
Unfortunately, that's not the reality.
Exactly.
And therefore, we have these videos. So hopefully, this is helpful for you and give you some guidance or inspiration for your own difficult conversations. And if you have any questions or any other ideas for our future topics, let us know.
Thanks a lot, Lucie.
Thank you, Chris. See you next time.